Well, welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns. All right, so like I said, in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the Cleveland Browns, and y'all even heard me fake hype myself up. I'm gonna talk about this team. This team is terrible. Cleveland Browns fans, y'all agree with me, but like I'm the most optimistic person to come and listen to because in my heart, and one day, I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna be a general manager for a sports team, and I'm not playing. Like I'm serious. I go to school about it and stuff, so it's gonna happen one day. And I could look at a team and kind of see. I use my calculus on how to build a roster. You know what I mean? The best I could. This Cleveland Browns team, they are a great roster, honestly. Outside of quarterback is the only issue in my opinion. Receiver Jerry Judy broke out. Tight end, you got David Njoku. O-line solid. Running back, it's up to them, honestly. They know about Nick Chubb better than us. They can see how much juice Nick Chubb got. And if they need to draft running back, this is the draft to do it and still be a contender. They could draft running back in the third round. Cam Scatterboo could be a guy who would be insane to me if he fell to day 3. But teams are weird with when it comes down to running backs. Um, this team is nice. Defense, they got Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett is somebody who, in my world, as the Cleveland Browns fan, y'all let me know if y'all disagree. I'm keeping Myles Garrett and I'm drafting the quarterback. Myles Garrett, if you are still unhappy by the time of the trade deadline, and if that quarterback we took is not good, we will trade you for some assets because we're going to start tanking. And with those assets, we want to be able to do something nice with it in the offseason again. Like if you have a quarterback that comes in and plays like Jaden Daniels did for the Commanders this year, this Browns team is maybe a favorite. They have a Myles Garrett, they have a Jackson Dart to come in there and is offensive rookie of the year. The Cleveland Browns are an offensive rookie of the year away from a Super Bowl window. They are an offensive rookie of the year away. They have pick 2 in the draft. If anyone has a chance to do it, it's you, and you got to pick between Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart. One of these two guys have to be the rookie of the year, unless Cam Ward or some other guy on the offensive side just comes in and hoops. Maybe Shadur, maybe Shadur could be that guy, but in my opinion, Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart, if they could just come in and be Jaden Daniels and holy take this Cleveland Browns team to a whole nother level, because this team is legit at everywhere else. Deshaun Watson got traded here because how complete the roster was. It's everything outside of football on why Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson. I don't gotta say nothing else. And he be hurt. You know what I mean? And on the field, he started to suck. It's almost like he got paid to be a bad player. It's like almost like it happened on purpose. Like he was that bad. This team needs a quarterback. I think at pick 2, with everyone talking about, oh, the Cleveland Browns gonna do this and do that. No, they're going quarterback. They have to. They have Jameis Winston. They have Deshaun Watson. They have pick 2. They have a deep roster. They have a top corner duo in the league. They have a Myles Garrett in the draft where there's so many edge rushers. They have Nick. Their biggest questions is edge rusher if Myles Garrett is gone. I think edge rush is the deepest position in this draft class. They can get that in the second round, and that might even be best player available on the board in the second round. In the third round, they could go running back. I think this is one of the best running back classes. Like the Cleveland Browns, this is the type of draft where you make a Super Bowl team. This is a type of draft. If you come out and Jackson Dart is offensive rookie of the year. You got Princely from Ole Miss, or you go get Peebles. You go get a pass rusher in the second round, and you take one of the third round running backs. That's three starters and a quarterback right there, right there. And then the thing about it though is that running back who you draft, he's not gonna get all the snaps because you have Nick Chubb. So it's gonna be amazing. The fact that you would now have one of the best running back duos, and it would come at the cost of Nick Chubb coming back from a year where he was hurt, and you drafting somebody in the third round who's going to make Nick Chubb be able to be more effective on all of his snaps. Just everything for the Browns makes sense this draft where they landed with pick 2. They could take a quarterback. They have to. This is the draft where changes their franchise. This is the most important offseason in Browns history. They got to rewrite the Deshaun Watson stuff, and it's going to come with a quarterback right here. And if that quarterback hits, everything is great. If that quarterback misses, you're going to trade Myles Garrett. You're going to trade Denzel Ward. You're going to go on a fire sale if this quarterback who you draft right now isn't an offensive rookie of the year candidate by game 8. Honestly, I think that's what the Cleveland Browns is going to be. They're going to draft somebody at quarterback, and plan A is that he's offensive rookie of the year. Your draft goes great, and you have this ready now team that Deshaun Watson was here to have a dynasty window with, but now you have a young quarterback who you have a Super Bowl window with, and that's still cool. Or it could happen where you have a young guy who you draft, and he's a bust, and Myles Garrett is not winning, and because winning cures everything, he's not cured, and you go trade him to a contender, and you go get you some draft picks out of them. You go get you a first out the Bills, maybe 2 for Myles Garrett, and he goes to a team with a winning record, and they go on a Super Bowl run. Cause shout out to Myles Garrett. You go get you some stuff for Denzel Ward also. Good for you, Denzel. You could probably get similar. If it's gonna be a little less valuable, you can get a lot for Denzel Ward. So next draft, you go in there with 3 to 4 first round picks now. You know what I mean? And now, boom, boom. And maybe you even trade up for quarterback if you wanted to do what the Cardinals did with Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray. I think right now the Cleveland Browns, everything relies on quarterback. Jackson Dart or Dylan Gabriel will be on this team in a couple months. I think it will be Jackson Dart. It's possible Shedeur Sanders surprises us and is the Cleveland Brown. I don't think teams are. I don't know what the rankings are for these quarterbacks. My personal ranking for this quarterback class: number 1, I got Cam Ward. Number 2, I got Jackson Dart. Number 3, I got Dylan Gabriel. Number 4, I got Shedeur Sanders. I think those 4 are first round talents, and I think all of them will be good NFL players. Just depends how good. Who's going to be Bo Nix? Who's going to be Jaden Daniels? Who's going to be Mahomes? You take swings, and hopefully the Cleveland Browns could hit this one out the park. Because after that, this draft is going to be so easy for them, because all of the best positions in this draft are their needed positions. So like they're gonna even if they draft need, they're gonna be okay, because that's where the talent is in this draft: running back and edge. That's where the talent is. They traded Zadarius, and probably because they seen that they're gonna be a team that lose a lot of games this year, and they saw the draft class. Maybe the Browns are smart and already seen how many edges and pass rushers were in this draft class, but this is pass rush gala in this draft class, and you need a quarterback at pick 2. Browns fans, y'all got hope right now. In February, y'all got Super Bowl chances. I'm not even playing. As of February 26th, as I'm recording this video, I don't know when it's going to be published, but on February 26th, Cleveland Browns have Super Bowl odds, and let me be the first ones to tell you, because what they do at quarterback means a lot. This team is good. Jerry Jeudy just went for 1K with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston also airs the ball out, so everyone goes for 1K with him. But This is a team that is pretty solid, and maybe another receiver being at it would be cool. Another receiver, another running back to help Nick Chubb, just acclimate himself, and the best player you can get on defense. This defense already got the stars. You just need to star on offense. You need that quarterback. You got the coaching. I think Kevin Stefanski reminds me of Kyrie Irving. He's a great coach, but like he's slightly overrated. I feel like he got one too many coaches of the year, but like he's a coach of the year type of guy. You know what I mean? I just feel like he got one too many. But winning heals everything, man. This roster is ready. They get them a quarterback that starts winning. All that Myles Garrett stuff is just gonna be him saying, "Hey, I was just trying to motivate the team, y'all. I'm so happy that it went the way it went, man. Yeah, type thing, bro." So like, I think Cleveland Browns, they, hey, hey, should I name the video of that? I think the Cleveland Browns could win the Super Bowl. That's crazy, but it's the truth. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Have a nice day and God bless.